The angel of God doesn't just invite him on the spiritual journey or feed his body. He actually asks him a question. What does he say? He says, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" Now, when he asks the question, does God need that information? Like, if he's asking Elijah a question, like, does he need something? Like, it's not like he shows up and he's like, "Elijah, what are you doing here?" You know? Fancy meeting you. Like, that's not God. Like, God doesn't need the information. He asks Elijah the question for Elijah's sake. Because here's what he knows. He knows that a good question can draw out the things that we need to deal with. How many of you know that, like, getting away with a counselor, getting someone in your life who can ask you the hard question, the good question, the strategic question is actually one of the best things you can do? Because what they'll do, and they're trained to do this, is ask you the questions that maybe you're not willing to ask yourself, or maybe you don't know to ask yourself, and it'll draw out the deeper things so that you better know yourself. And when you can better know yourself, you can actually bring your full self to God. I love how Dan Allender puts it. He says, ignoring our emotions is turning our back on reality. Listening to our emotions, it actually ushers us into reality. And reality is where we meet God. We forget that change comes through brutal honesty and vulnerability before God.